Welcome to Crossing the T's and Dotting the I's in Children, Parenting and Education. And today I'm going to be talking about the big 5 years old. We're still on the journey of the 12 years of child development, and this is the fifth month, and the focus is 5 year old. So, the big 5 year old. Children are independent. There is a distinction between the sex and the gender, in their expression of the birthday themes. You tend to see more that distinction going on in terms of the role play they want to take on, in terms on the particular activities they want to do. I mean, every family has its own impact and input on that gender role, but definitely you'll be seeing that distinction between them. And also the ability at this age, 5 year old, to be more expressive. At the age of 5 year olds, they start to make up stories of their own, being able to use their imagination. And sometimes this makes them feel guilty, and you can see the guilt in their eyes if they feel the story they're saying it doesn't have any truth in it, or has some truth in it. So it's that imagination of making up stories. And also, they can come up in, particularly in circle time, when we have a group of 5 year olds coming together, they add to the story, but more of the guilt, of the feeling of guilt coming to show if they feel that the story they're saying, if it's going to be of a negative effect on another person or another child. And this leads on well to the ability to distinguish between good and bad behavior from this age, because of, and the ability in forming friendship, that ability to distinguish between good and bad behavior. They want to align with friends and friendship that might be on the kind of thinking process they are on cognitively and emotionally and socially. So, friendship are being established, friends are being established, and being able to identify with, good behavior because of the reward they might be getting from their significant adult or carer from them. So those kind of things are coming to show, imaginary, being able to express themselves, the feel of guilt, forming friendship, and then the ability to read, comes into play as well from the age of 5. Of course, children have already started, identifying words from a younger age, but from this age, they can read up to, 5 to 10 words on a page of a storybook. And an example of this is Adventure Her, one of the my first children book that I wrote. So you can get that on my website as well. So at that age, they're reading, books that have 5 to 10 words on a page. Some children from at this age of 5, they are able to read more depending on their cognitive and intellectual development, but definitely independent reading has kicked in at the age of 5. Also, at this age, the ability for significant memory to be developed is at play. Significant memory that maybe later on in life, an adult might remember that, oh, from this particular age, maybe around the age of 5. I mean, in some really extraordinary cases, people might remember from a younger age, but definitely from the age of 5, because I can remember instances from that age in my adulthood. And, those significant memories can have a positive effect or a negative effect in adulthood. Some memories lead on to negative behavior, negative reaction. Maybe some people have trauma from that age of some significant memory that may have affected them. So it's the big 5-year-olds are also very attentive, and they are very observant from the age of 5. And sometimes parents don't tend to do certain things in front of 5-year-olds because they will continue, maybe in some cases nag you about it because of that attentiveness. And in that level of attentiveness, they will definitely correct you when they think something is not right, particularly their names. I've had interaction with 5-year-olds, and if they're very eager to correct and tell you how their names are being pronounced, and paying attention to that corrective pronunciation of it, they're very confident, they're very independent, as I said. So the attentiveness of a 5-year-old is very, very important, and it's important to actually encourage it and develop it in concentration. But at this particular age of 5, they're very attentive to what is happening around them. And another thing with 5-year-olds is, I feel that from this age, it is important to show respect to them. Some parents or adults might be like, what do you mean respect? Letting them have, listening to their views, because of, they're developing friendship, friends, they're becoming more independent into those formative years. That is very important, to show them respect, because showing them respect, for example, is maybe letting them contribute to certain things that have to do with them, maybe the birthday theme parties they want to do. It kind of helps with their self-confidence, their self-assurance, their self-actualization, and self-respect for themselves, letting them know that their voice is heard, and respect for others as well. So from this age, am I saying you don't show respect before to your child? No, but it's very important that to be intentional at this age, showing that respect to them is very important. So what have we covered today? 5-year-olds, they're very independent. That independent skills are coming in. They problem solve as well. The ability to problem solve is very particularly important at this age. That is something they do, be it with whatever task you give them to do in construction. So letting them problem solve is a good thing, because it helps that self-assurance and self-actualization with them. It tells them the ability that they can do some certain task, and leading on to chores as well. So problem solving is also something they really want to do, because of course they are identifying words, they are reading books, they are making up stories, the feeling of guilt is there, their cognitive and intellectual development is, at this particular age, they're forming significant memories that can have an impact on them, maybe in adulthood, or maybe later on in life or something. So 5-year-olds, fabulous 5s, fantastic 5s. And my question for you today is, what action or act has your 5-year-old done that has left you mouth open wide? Because 5-year-olds are very, very peculiar beings in their own way. So what action or act has your 5-year-old done that's left you mouth open wide? And send those questions in, send me your answers, and we will definitely learn from this. Thanks to all those people that have watched my past videos. I hope you are getting something from it. And please, at any time you have any questions you want to send, we are all here to learn. Continue to listen, continue to watch, And of course, the prizes are still there to be won. The prizes, another prize has been added this month. So that makes the prize to be won gone over the fifth month. And I look forward to getting those comments, those likes, those sharing from you, and keep watching. My name is Renny Adejuwon, and you can find me at renny@adejuwon.com.